Hello all, I hope you are gearing up for an incredible holiday, whatever you may celebrate, or taking time to reflect and just time for you, if you need it, to recharge, to reset. I want to do this video, we're coming up at the end of the year, because it's been a crazy year for me. And it's funny because I just learned about another placement as we're kind of winding out. I mean, there's still a week or so, so who knows? It'd be amazing if there was another placement, but just heard about maybe the last placement of this year, and I have word that come next year. Stay tuned. January, there will be something pretty cool coming on that end. But that being said, I was reflecting on it because, as many of you may know in here or watching or have been following me, if you have or if you haven't, this year has been a whole whirlwind in my realm, because I was diagnosed in February with AML, which is leukemia, a form of blood cancer. And so it's been a strange year in a lot of ways for me health-wise, because I spent a lot of time in the hospital, getting what I needed, transplant, all kinds of things that I never anticipated. So in one regard, life was really, really crazy for me health-wise. And that really stunk in a lot of ways because I haven't been creating like I have been creating. But a really, really interesting thing is, on the flip side of all of this, I have had the most placements that I've ever had. And I think it just goes to show sometimes certain areas, things can be going crazy, but the world of sync is something I would just stress to any of you to invest in. And I know I've spoken to some of you directly, either through DMs or a call. And if you want to jump on a call and you want to kind of understand, maybe take a look at where you're at, and if you need some tips or, just getting communication, drop a thumbs up and we will get in touch with you. That being said, a lot of people I know have been like, what's sync, or don't quite understand that. But I mention this because in all this craziness with me physically, not being able to create like I wanted to, for the past 2 years, I have been. And I've been making songs and signing songs. And it goes to show that this year, things started to evolve. And all of a sudden, I'm landing placement, and starting to make money. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. So even in the midst of all this crazy health stuff that I've had to deal with, I've still been able to have these wins when it comes to my music. So that's what I wanted to kind of leave you with here, is like, sometimes too, we're dealing with certain things and we don't always, it can be hard. It's like, it's okay to handle certain things. And some way, I don't know, things can magically end up working out in other areas. And I think it's just a point of staying your course. Sometimes, even to my end, it's more dramatic on the physical. And that really, really had to take time and just completely shut off all areas of my life and focus in on that. But for others, maybe it's like not things, maybe we have to handle certain things. But I think if you put in the time and you put in the effort, at some point it is bound to happen. So I guess that's my kind of thing. My lesson in all of this is like, stay the course. Sometimes it can seem like, oh man, I'm not going to get there, or this isn't going to break through, or certain things like that. But it will. If you stay the course, you work hard, eventually it's bound to happen. And sometimes in times when you kind of need it most. It's been really good for my soul to have these things here. So let us know if you want to set up a consult. Also, let me know if you want to learn more about sync. I definitely highly encourage you all to, if you're creating music, to at least consider certain elements of that for yourself. All right.